Now, the condemnation and tributes continue to pour in as the world wakes up to the news of Boris Nemtsov's murder. Sanam Shantier takes a look back now at the former Prime Minister, one of the Kremlin's most prominent critics during Putin's rule.
He was by far the most prominent opposition figure under Vladimir Putin's 15-year rule. Boris Nemtsov was also a scientist and a father of 4. The slain 55-year-old launched his political career as a governor in central Russia. His charisma, contacts and drive shot him up through the ranks. In the late 1990s, Nemtsov became a deputy prime minister under the country's first elected president, soon gaining a reputation as a leading liberal reformer. At one point, he was even seen as a possible successor to Boris Yeltsin. After leaving parliament in 2003, he helped establish several opposition parties. With that came his booming speeches and vocal opposition to Putin.
We need political reform. When power is in the hands of one person and this person rules forever, this will lead to an absolute catastrophe. The current crisis is man-made.
The opposition leader routinely slammed the government's inefficiency and rampant corruption. And his criticism won him support amongst Moscow's emerging middle classes and intellectuals. Prior to his assassination, Nemtsov was working on a report that he believed proved Russia's direct involvement in the incursion into Ukraine, a war that he staunchly opposed.
We say no to war. We say enough of this idiocy. We say we want Russia and Ukraine without Putin. Russia and Ukraine without Putin.
Nemtsov had been quoted as saying he was concerned that the president might want him dead over his opposition to the conflict in Ukraine. But despite his imprisonment, defiant he remained.
They wanted to frighten me. They wanted to put me under pressure, because putting a person in a stone cell for 40 hours during the New Year's celebration is a threatening act. But they neither managed to frighten me nor put pressure on me. As a matter of fact, I'm now ready for a fight.
A fight that ended in his brutal assassination. Although Nemtsov was no longer considered part of mainstream politics in Russia, news of his killing in the late hours of Friday sent shockwaves across the country.